Hey dolls and friends, welcome back and thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. If you're new here, my name is Amber Michon and I do weekly DIYs and hauls. If you're not new, hey doll, hey. So in today's video, I'm sharing with you some neutral fall decor items. It's also sponsored by Cricut, and I really hope you guys enjoy these items. They are super easy to make and just really quick and fun decor for either a bookshelf or a tray or something. I actually put all of the things that I made onto the tray that I'm making for today. So if you do enjoy this video, I'd love if you give me a big thumbs up, as it definitely helps out my channel. And if you're new, love what you see and love all things home decor DIY on a budget. I'd also love if you would consider subscribing and hitting the bell right next to it so you're notified every time that I upload. All right, dolls, let's go ahead and jump right in. Starting off, we are going to make this pumpkin tray. So from Dollar Tree Plus, I picked up this small tray. It was $3, as well as the scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby. Then I'm taking my Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint and going to just paint all the sides of my tray. So I'm just doing where the handles are and all four sides, just not the bottom or underneath the tray at all. It took about 2 coats for me to get the desired look that I wanted, and this is how it looked once I am finished. Next, I'm going to take that black and white buffalo check scrapbook paper, and you can measure it out one of 2 ways: by putting it inside of the tray and just kind of folding it, or you can just put the tray right on top and then mark down where you need to cut it. And I just kind of eyeballed where I needed it to be cut and then use my Cricut paper trimmer to cut that down to size. Now you can apply your paper with a glue stick or some Mod Podge. I am choosing to use Mod Podge for this one because I'm just looking for a better, stick and stay. Don't really plan on changing this tray out much, but you totally can if you choose to. So once I have a generous amount of Mod Podge on the bottom of my tray, I just input my scrapbook paper and then put more Mod Podge on the top, focusing more on the edges and the corners to make sure that those are all down. I'm going to let that sit aside to dry for a second, and then I'm going to head over to Cricut Design Space to get my pumpkin image. So once I go home, I then open up a new canvas page. I click on images and then I type in pumpkins so I can get a pumpkin image. I just scroll down until I'm happy with the look that I want, because I have this metallic orange vinyl that I want to use. So I wanted a solid colored or solid looking pumpkin. I insert that onto my space, and then I choose my maker because my joy is going to be just a little bit too small for me to cut this out. So I resize my image, and then once it gets sorted onto my mat, I like to move it over a little bit just to make sure that it doesn't get cut on the end. Then I click make it and then choose my device. For your Cricuts, they should be Bluetooth enabled, but sometimes I have to plug in my maker. So I did that and then cut it out, and this is what it looks like. So I just peeled it off because it was a large enough image for me to not have to use transfer tape. And I really like that. I had a little bubbling on my scrapbook paper, but that's okay. But once I placed my pumpkin down, this is what it looks like. Absolutely love this tray. It's super functional and really cute. And you can totally change this out if you want. Next up, I'm making what I call a sweater weather sign. So from Dollar Tree, I had this leftover MDF board from a previous sign that I made a few videos ago. And all I'm going to do is going to cut this down to a square. So I basically just kind of cut it in half. Didn't measure it out or anything. I probably should have with the image that I chose, but hey, it's all right. So then I just sand down the sides using my finger sander to make sure I get nice, smooth, even edges. And I take off my tag. Then I use my Waverly chalk paint and ink and give both sides of this sign one good coat. So after that is done and dry, I'm then going to take these dowel rods that I picked up from the Home Depot. and I just kind of measured them out. I was originally going to do it on the side, but I decided to do it on the top and the bottom. So I remeasured it after I cut out some pieces, and all I'm doing is going to use my miter shears to cut those down. And after I cut down the first one, I just use that first one to measure out the length of the other ones. And I'm using, I think I used I used 3 of these dowel rods for this sign. Once that was done, I went to Cricut Design Space again and went back to images and typed in sweater weather. Now, I know I probably got a bunch of sweaters and a bunch of clouds and rains, but sometimes when you click on the information icon, it'll show you different image sets in, a relative, family of design. I don't know if I'm explaining that right. But when I did that, I came up and saw this phrase where it has all of these different words about sweater weather, right? So I absolutely love that. So I chose that. I changed the color just so that I could see what it looked like. And so I'm cutting it out on my Joy. So I just had to change my device at the top right corner before I started to make it. And like I said, I resized this to fit in the little square sign that I had. And once I chose the Joy, then it went to make it. If you have a device and the image is too large for the Joy, it'll tell you that it's too large for it. So you just have to resize your image. Then once that was done, I chose the material that I was making on, which is vinyl. And then I always, when I click the Joy Bluetooth enabled one, I always click more for the pressure, just to make sure that it cuts all the way through. Then I'm just going to make that, and then it cuts out. And then I did it on white vinyl. So then I just weed up the parts that I don't need. Put it on some transfer tape and then apply it to the front of my sign. Now, you guys know I always have some issues with my transfer tape. I have not found the best, easiest way to do it. Sometimes I just kind of put it on my image and transfer it over and it works. Sometimes I put the transfer tape on my shirt to get it a little less sticky so that it adheres a little bit better or something. I don't know. I've tried everything in the book and I honestly cannot tell you which is the best. It just is like hit or miss for me sometimes. If something works no fail every time for you, please let me know. Write it down in the comments below so I can try it and let you know how it works out for me. But once I have that on my image, then I take my dowel rods and sand those down on the edges and then hot glue them right on top and right on the bottom. So my image was just a tiny bit larger than my sign, but I actually really like that look of it. So some of my letters are kind of spilling over to the side of the sign, which I think is just really pretty and gives it a little bit more character. So like I said, I hot glued the dowel rods on the top and the bottom, and then I took another piece that I had and hot glued that to the back side because I wanted this to be able to stand up on its own. But once I was done with that, this one is complete. So cute, and it adds so much to really nice neutral decor. Next up, we are making a super simple pumpkin topiary and this cloche. So from Dollar Tree, I have these 3 white pumpkins as well as this plastic cloche. And I'm also going to be using some Spanish moss that I had on hand. I just had like a little wad of it. So I just removed one of the stems from one of the pumpkins, and of course removed the clips that were on the bottom because they're not clipping on anything. And I just hot glued one pumpkin directly onto the bottom cloche and then the other pumpkin right on top. And then I'm using hot glue to adhere some of my Spanish moss all around in between both of the pumpkins and on the bottom. Super simple, easy. After that, I removed the tag from my cloche top, put it back on, and that is it for this one. So cute, so easy, but adds so much more to your decor. I love this. You can totally add another pumpkin, but I love the look of 2. Lastly, we are making some super easy coasters. Now, I know a few people have done this before. I have not, so I wanted to try. So from Dollar Tree, I have 3 of these palettes or whatever, and I'm leaving them this natural wood color. I'm not going to paint them. So then I head over to Cricut. So I'm using my Cricut Design Space on my phone. A lot of you have asked before if you can use Cricut Design Space on your phone, and I'm here to say, yes, you can. Super easy. You don't need a computer to have a Cricut or use this software. So all I did was go to the home page, of course, and then went into a Canvas page and then just used text. I just chose the text that I wanted, which was, or the font that I wanted, which is Autumn Sunshine. And then I typed in grateful, thankful, and blessed. I always go and duplicate it. You're going to go down to actions and then click duplicate. And then that way you'll have the same size of the wording. So once that was done, I just kind of moved them around to make sure that they all looked uniform and looked good. And then I just went to make it or next, and then chose the vinyl material. Of course, I always go to more for the pressure. As I said, once it loads onto the mat, then you just click make it after it has connected to your Joy or whatever machine that you're using. After that, I just weeded it out. Once everything was cut out, I weeded out all of the wording, applied my transfer tape, then applied it directly onto the bottom corner of each of these coasters. I kind of centered them to the left a little bit more. I didn't want them in the middle. I thought that would look really weird. I just wanted it to look more to the left, if that makes any sense, or if you care. So yeah, once I applied that, that is it for this one. I love how easy it is, and I love just how it adds just a little bit something to these super simple coasters. The best part is you don't have to use these coasters for like drinks or anything. You can totally use them as decor, like how I have styled here in my tray. How all of these DIYs just look so great together. I absolutely love them. All right, dolls, that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Be blessed, stay safe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.